Hey groupies, welcome back to Form of Therapy. This is the Culture Study. I am the video channel producer. You can call me PD. And today we are checking out BTS's new music video for Boy With Love. And before anyone asks, yes, I did check out the Persona trailer and maybe I will release it afterwards. But before we get into the reaction and review of the video, this video was made possible thanks to BTS Army Amino and LV Bangtan. I'm sure by now you're all familiar with the Amino app, but if you're not, if it's your first time, if you're just getting into the BTS hype train, well, the BTS Army Amino is the perfect stop for you to go to learn about the members, to share your love, to participate in quizzes and polls, and also meet other fans just as passionate as you. The BTS Army Amino app specifically has over 1.5 million fans who are there every single day, and this time around, Amino is throwing an event called Map of the Army Soul. So Amino has a new function on their app where you can share vertical videos in quick bite-sized forms, and in order to promote that new function, they have the Map of the Army Soul, which is your chance to share what you love about BTS. What was your first song? What's your favorite era, comeback? What is the song that got you into BTS? And basically describing the color of your soul when it comes to being a BTS army. I myself have uploaded a story. You can check that out on the Amino app, but you guys yourself can also upload your own stories and share your own experiences on getting into BTS. Have you been a fan for a really long time, or are you just now getting into them? What got you into them? Maybe they're the reason you got into K-pop in general. Let us know on the Amino app. So if you want to participate in this event, be sure to download the Amino app from the iOS or Android Google Play Store. You can find links in the description down below or in the pinned YouTube comment, and just search for the BTS Army Amino within the Amino app. Anyways, thank you to the BTS Army Amino for supporting our endeavors here at Form of Therapy. But if you would also like to support the BTS Love Myself campaign, well, look no further than LV Bangtan. So LV Bangtan is a group of passionate armies just like you. We've worked with them before, and they curate specific BTS fan merch where the proceeds from the website actually go directly to the BTS Love Myself UNICEF campaign. The Love Myself campaign is a global endeavor started by BTS and UNICEF, and it is LV Bangtan's mission to help promote that message and end violence for children worldwide. So if you would like to support a great cause and you want to rep your army pride through some merch, check out LV Bangtan's website. I'll have links in the description down below where you can go purchase merch from their website. If you use the code Form of Therapy, that's one word, you get a 10% discount. Also, if you want to just donate directly to the Love Myself UNICEF campaign, there's going to be a link in the description down below for that as well. I'm very glad that I can help promote the Love Myself campaign in general. It's something that I have been getting more into recently, and I'm actually going to be a little bit more involved with that in the future. I can tell you guys about that later. But for now, this is the best way of spreading the message of the Love Myself campaign. Anyways, thank you to our sponsors for making this possible, and thank you to everyone watching this video. Without you guys, none of this would be possible. I would not be able to help out and promote these wonderful causes. So yeah, be sure to check those out. Let's jump right into the music video. This is your Form of Therapy. Okay, let's get started. And in case you're wondering why the background suddenly looks different, I'm traveling right now, but I filmed that whole sponsor opening before I started traveling because it needed to get approved. Currently away from my studio, but we gotta check this out. So let's get into it. The ever familiar intro. Okay. Right. Halsey's in this. I almost forgot. Really interested to see how they incorporate her. Very prominent base. Ooh. They actually lowered the aspect ratio to make it look a little bit more movie-like. Kind of fits because they're standing in front of a cinema theater. Oh, okay. This guitar is really, really funky. This is a lot more lighthearted, and it's a lot more carefree and breezy than something like Idol or Fake Love. Oh my god. Jimin V and Jin starting off the song? It also kind of looks like the pink outfits. It looked like pajamas. Oh wow, that kick was really intense. There is a very distinct lack of a rap presence in this so far. I feel like they're going to put it into the second verse, but still. Was that legit? I can't tell if the transition from the indoor diner to the outdoor set was a real transition or if it was fake. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, never mind. Wow, Jin has great camera time. He has great screen time in this. Was that her voice? Wow, it's mixed in really well. Okay, I was wondering if we were ever gonna get an RM rap portion. So he's actually taking the bridge. Wow. This is very different for a BTS title track. Oh, interesting. All of the bright Broadway signs are I think they're the names of their previous albums. Love Yourself, Forever Young. Too Cool for School. Oh my god, the controversial, is he facing forward or backwards? Okay, so as usual, I did not watch any teasers going into this. I had no idea what the song was going to sound like. All I saw floating around on Twitter was that single shot of Halsey and them on set, just donned in pink, and I was like, interesting. I wonder what the concept is going to be. And then obviously there was the very controversial argument of whether or not they're facing front or back to the camera. I don't know which member exactly it is. It might be RM. It kind of looked like a 50s era concept, and there is a very retro influence to the music video. Certain parts of the set, like the diner, looked pretty retro. Even the movie theater felt more like a small little indie cinema where you catch a matinee, and especially the final set with all the big bright Broadway lights, that definitely had a very retro influence to it. And even that one shot of RM during the bridge, his clad white outfit screamed suave 50s era. I thought maybe it's gonna be something loud and boisterous with like very heavy horn sound, but this is why expectations are ridiculous, because clearly that's not what it was. It was a surprisingly very sugary bubblegum pop song. And if you guys are new or you don't watch anything besides my BTS reactions, one of my favorite types of music is actually sugary bubblegum pop. I feel like it's been a hot minute since BTS has done something so lighthearted, you know? And what I found interesting about this song, I'm actually interested to see who actually produced it. Was it someone on BTS group? Was it not RM? Was it somebody else? Or was it a collaboration with an American producer because Halsey's involved? I'm actually really curious because the structure for this is really different. I feel like when it comes to most BTS title tracks, or even just all of their songs in general, rapping is interwoven throughout the song a lot more. But they had Suga and J-Hope in the second verse do rapping, and then RM did the bridge, whereas I feel like usually most of the time RM is sprinkled throughout the song very evenly, but this felt like a very good change of pace because I feel like the vocalists really got to shine. Like watching this, I was legitimately surprised. I thought for me, in terms of like having a lot of screen time, it felt like Jimin, V, and Jin got just a lot more screen time than usual. I don't know if I'm just noticing them more, but it felt like it highlighted the vocalists a lot more. But I think that's appropriate. For a song this soft and poppy, I feel like the vocalists with such high, pretty voices like Jimin and V and Jin sort of get to take the highlight. I felt like Jungkook didn't get as much screen time as I feel like he usually gets, but I don't know if that's just the screen time. I think screen time wise, I think Jungkook got less than usual because I feel like Jungkook is most of the time, for me, he kind of eats up the camera time. I feel like Jungkook is one of the most charismatic members in BTS, and I felt like a lot of the other members were given more time on camera compared to him or his usual time. And then let's talk about Halsey. Halsey's feature in this song. First of all, I do just want to briefly address the whole people didn't want to see them collaborating with Halsey. It's not a majority of people. I think a majority of people understand, hey, if BTS is friends with them, we accept it. But you know, I've seen a small minority kind of complain about it, and I just want to address a specific argument of people saying, oh, everyone's trying to use BTS, Halsey's using BTS or whatever. I don't think it's our place to dictate the genuineness of Halsey's affection for BTS. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're best friends or best chums, but you know what? I do think there is a genuine respect there. But again, I mean, that's not really our place to say. I just want to say, even if Halsey is using BTS, and I'm not saying she is, even if she is, so what? Because they're using her as well. It's a part of equivalent exchange. I mean, that's kind of what collaborations largely are. It's the process of featuring someone on your song, and hopefully maybe you can grab their audience, and what they get out of it is also them potentially exposing their music to a new audience as well. It's a give and take, you know? It's like, yes, maybe someone is using them for clout or fame, but it's like, think about it from their aspect. What are they gaining? You know, maybe a ton of Halsey fans who had never listened to K-pop, because she featured on a BTS song, maybe they finally get into BTS. Maybe that's what leads them into the rabbit hole of K-pop, you know? I want people to understand that ultimately the music industry is still a business. And even if someone uses someone, what does BTS have to gain out of it, you know? And I think it just means more exposure for them, and it means just them rising even higher. So, you know, I think really it's only an issue when somebody uses somebody for the clout, but the original person who's getting used does not get the equal amount of profit out of it, so to say. I think it's fine. I think it's just this happened. I think the only reason some people are making this argument is because you don't see Eastern Asian and Western collaborations a lot, and honestly, this is the first thing. This is uncharted territory, and you have to understand there are probably going to be more collaborations like this, and it's a good thing. It means that BTS did their job. It means they're being taken seriously, and they got exposed really well, and people are accepting them in the Western culture. It just means that, yes, they are that big, and it's also a sense of legitimacy, not that they need it. Anyways, forgoing that, Halsey's part in the song. You know what? I didn't think I would say this because I wasn't sure how Halsey would be mixed in. First of all, I thought her vocals were mixed in very seamlessly throughout the song. I was kind of like, is she even singing? And that's not an insult to her. It's just that when you have vocalists like Jimin and Jungkook who can sing so high and so thin, it was kind of hard to discern the difference between their voices because she was, again, blended in so seamlessly. I thought the mixing on that was really good. Sometimes when you have features like this, especially when it's an international feature, it might be like two different sound engineers working on it, and the featured voice might actually sound way more prominent, and it might kind of stand out in a not good way, but it actually worked out perfectly here. And I didn't think I would ever say this, but it kind of didn't have enough Halsey. I mean, really, all she did was kind of harmonize in some of the choruses, but I felt like she kind of, I don't know, it would have been nice to see her have her own section, maybe do like a duet with somebody, maybe a duet with RM or a duet with one of the other vocalists like Jimin or Jungkook. And I felt like she kind of had more screen time than she has actual feature time in the song. I will say though, props to her. She danced her ass off. I know she's not like a dancer like BTS, but she was keeping up with some of the choreography. And I was reading that she worked really hard to practice the choreo, and she was actually kind of embarrassed and shy, and like Jimin actually encouraged her and like kind of helped her out on set. So that's really cool. This is the kind of American collaboration we have always been wanting. I think Halsey could have actually been a little bit more prominent on this, but again, it is overall a BTS song, right? So it's not necessarily a bad thing that she's not too integrated into the song as well, but you could see the respect, you could see the effort and the work she put in, you know? She is not just like a throwaway feature, she's not just phoning it in. I felt like even though she's not in the song a lot, her dedication of being on set and what she brings to the table in terms of like dancing and the visuals, I feel like she really tried, and I think that is commendable. Overall, this was a very sweet and poppy and upbeat track. Unexpected, but you know what? It's the start of a new era, and when Love Yourself started, they had an upbeat song like DNA as well. So I wonder if we're following that same trajectory. Will we get another song like Fake Love, something dark and gritty in the next comeback? Who knows? But so far, this phenomenal, gorgeous, everyone on point. Suga and V's blue hair, amazing. Blue hair is so hard to pull off, but they looked gorgeous in it, and everyone else looked fantastic as well, especially with Jimin with the bubblegum hair. But I really like the song in particular. But guys, what do you think about BTS's Boy with Love? Obviously a very interesting nod to Boy in Love, especially with the ending pose. But what did you guys think about the music video and the song? Let me know in the comments down below. And hey, if you enjoyed this reaction and you would like to support us, consider visiting us on Patreon. Go to patreon.com/formatherapy. You get early access to reactions just like this and more. However, if you can't support us monetarily, that's completely fine. Just go ahead and click like down below. Helps us out a lot with YouTube's search algorithm. Go ahead and click subscribe and check out all our other videos in the end cards. And thank you guys for watching.